What's up, good folks? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on with y'all? All right. All right. All right. All right. Y'all know what to do first. Give me a mic check. Let me know you can hear me. Then we get the program started. I'm about to make this somewhat kind of quick or whatnot. But y'all know I'm gonna give you the best analysis and commentary that I can. All right. So y'all be so kindly, let me know you can hear me, and also you be so kindly, please hit that thumbs up for your boy. All right, all right, okay. Uh, Ramen girl, hey dear, how you doing? Roll a mile, how you doing, honey? Chase Amy, hey my love, how you doing? Carol, what's going on, my friend? Drew K back in the bit. How you doing? I don't know you a female or a brother, but appreciate you being back over. Lady Lolo, nah, I know you a lady. It say lady in your name, so I know you a lady. How you doing? All right, and that's all for now. But I'm pretty much sure we're gonna have some more people coming in. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching the content. And it's always like, comment, subscribe, and share. A lot of y'all probably at work right now, so it's all good. It's all good. Well, the Cody Bisbee case. I've been told that the jury is in deliberation right now. So I don't know if we're going to get the verdict today, or is it possibly we're going to get the verdict tomorrow? You know, I saw where the sister took the stand, but I didn't get a chance to hear everything that was going on. All I'm worried about now is I'm hoping Cody gets justice for what this evil ass man has done, because he is evil. Wow, I just ain't never seen nobody just that evil, man. It just crazy. Your own son, man. And I be rooting for the men. It's just crazy, man, to hear these guys be doing this to their old child, man. I can't root for no man that's doing that to his child. That just wow, that's just crazy to me. Okay. And then sadly the mama, for what we're hearing, didn't do much either to try to save this child. So I don't know. So hopefully they come out with a guilty verdict. They say if he's charged, he's facing up to 40 years. I thought it was going to be life, but I guess without the body, they can't give him life. I guess. I don't know, but they saying right now he's facing up to 40 years, so we'll just see what happens with that. Okay. But anyway, guys, let's get right into this right here. All right, guys. Like I always tell y'all, once you think you heard the worst is yet to come, and we have another one right here that's just awful, and it's mighty funny. For y'all sent me this, I was already looking at it because news break, and I got an email about it. I was already looking at it, but of course I was at work by the time I got all the information about it or whatnot, and y'all sent it to me. I said, wow, this is crazy right here. Here we go again. Here we go again. We got to keep saying, and maybe a petition need to be signed or something. I don't know what needs to be done, but these motherfuckers need a evaluate to wait for having children, okay? I don't know what's wrong with these folks. These folks is crazy as hell. I really am believing that a lot of these folks need a mental evaluation before they call themselves trying to procreate, okay? This is a beautiful baby right here. The baby name is Halo Branton. Halo Branton. And the mom name is Persia Nelson. Let me make sure I got that right. Persia. Yeah, that is. I got that right. Persia Nelson. And I told y'all these are young people who's doing this. It's pretty much babies having babies and babies who ain't ready to have babies, 24 years old. This baby was 10 to 11 months years old. And yet again, he goes stupid motherfucker. Sit up here, call the child, talk about the child been abducted, the child been missing, and come to find out you was the culprit the whole time. Again, I got to go back to Sebastian. The story is starting off. They was there the day prior, but all of a sudden the next day you wake up and miraculously they gone. Look, man, I keep telling y'all, if the story starts off with missing, or they was there the day before, 9 times out of 10, the story's already bullshit. I'm sorry, that's just the harsh truth. well, how they say, sorry but not sorry. That's the harsh truth. If it starts off that they missing and they was there the day prior, the story is already bullshit. And 9 times out of 10, whoever had the child last, they the one who did it, okay? I'd have proved it time and time again, all right? And if it does come out with that in Sebastian case, I would not be surprised, okay? And again, shout out to Duchess. She had the interview with the foster dad or stepmom, foster mom, whoever they was to him. She had an interview with him, and she said the $1 million question. You know, people gonna ask the question, what made Sebastian all of a sudden leave? Just out the blue, what made him leave? Even though he's autistic, still does not mean that he dumb. So what made him leave? There's gonna always be the $1 million question. And I ask that question every damn time. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. All right? It is what it is. That's just how it turns out, man. These folks are nuts. They nuts. All right? So, she reported a child missing. Now it comes to find out she has dropped this baby down a 10-foot pipe, a 10-foot deep pipe. And at the end of the pipe, it says filled with water and mud. Now, y'all see the pictures scrolling across my screen. Y'all see how pretty this baby is. What did this baby do to deserve what this mom did to the child? What did this baby do? For you to get up, threw her down a pipe like that, tried to save her, the baby's gone. All right? Again, guys, repeat after me. Well, you don't need to repeat after me. Y'all know the same thing. Y'all know the saying goes. Same shit, just a different day. Same shit, just a different day. All right? Anyway, guys, let's get right into it.
Inside the Schenectady Police Department, we have a sad update from outside the Schenectady Police Department. We're learning that Hayla Branton has died. That information just coming out just a couple hours ago at this press briefing that happened at 4:30. Police tell us that she was roughly 11 months old. Her first.
Oh, they Miss D, they put the verdict out? He's guilty? Oh, they already put the verdict out? So okay, so he's guilty. All right. Good.
Birthday would have been next month, April 14th. And police also telling us that this quickly went from a missing persons case to a criminal case. But during this press briefing, not many details were given because it did just happen a couple of hours ago. We're still trying to learn how Branton was found on the General Electric property and what was the cause of her death and if police found her still alive. Questions that could not be answered today. But here is what we do know at this time. We are learning that she first went missing around 9:15 last night on 12th Street and Campbell Avenue. That was when the last time she was actually found seen. Police say an Amber Alert was issued this morning around 10:30 a.m., but it was canceled just a few hours later around 1 p.m. Police searched near areas where Branton was reported missing, including Hillhurst Park, and found her near General Electric's property. I asked Schenectady Police Lieutenant Ryan Mascherone if Branton was still alive when they found her. He told me he could not answer that question at this time. Branton was taken to Ellis Hospital, and Lieutenant Mascherone says the Amber Alert, tips, and the sheer amount of resources and departments from all across the capital region who showed up to try and find Branton and did find her, it did help them.
I think it was through a lot of different components. So obviously tips and the information that we originally received kind of centered our search around that area. And there were a great deal of resources being deployed throughout that area. We had New York State Police Aviation was out today. Multiple drones were in the air. Multiple canine units were helping throughout the night as well, searching the area.
Lieutenant Mascherone says nobody is in custody as we speak. No one has been arrested, but they are interviewing multiple people for this investigation. And just after that press briefing today, we also spoke to a woman who says she is a family member of Hayla Branton, and she told us some of the concerns she had just before Branton's death. That is coming up live at 6:15. Reporting here live outside the Schenectady Police Department, I'm Tessa Bentulin. Kumi, let's throw it back to you for now.
Tessa, thank you very much. And now back to that breaking news in Schenectady, that troubling case where a baby is dead after an alleged abduction. Tessa Bentulin has been following the latest on this tonight. There was a news conference late this afternoon. Tessa, what have you learned?
Hi, Kumi. The latest here is that we've learned that Halo Branton has died. Again, she was roughly 11 months old. Her birthday would have been next month, April 14. We've learned this during that press briefing just outside here of the Schenectady Police headquarters just around 4:30 this afternoon. And after that press briefing, we did speak to a woman named Nairi. She says she is the cousin of Branton's father. She said she had concerns about the instability in the family on the mother's side. We do know that Halo Branton was last seen around 9:15 last night on 12th Street and Campbell Avenue. She said the family was temporarily living nearby. Police say an Amber Alert was issued this morning around 10:30 a.m., but it was canceled just a few hours later around 1 p.m. Police searched new areas where Branton was reported missing, including Hillhurst Park, and she was found near General Electric. She said there was some upheaval in the family. She did not have many nice things to say about the mother, and she said for the father of Branton, her cousin, he is still in Ellis Hospital where Branton was taken before we learned that she passed away. And this is what the cousin, Nairi, had to say about her baby cousin, Branton.
This is crazy. I just hope they find justice for her because she was 10 months old. She couldn't even talk. She was beautiful. She was charming. She was very intelligent. You know what I mean? And she looks just like her father. She has a brother. I think he's about 3 now. Like my cousins have kids. They all grown up together. That's what I said. My one cousin had the baby and her at the same time. So they were going to be one together. You know what I mean? And it's sad because she's not even going to be able to celebrate her first birthday.
Now, we also do not know the cause of death for Branton, and during the time frame that Branton was missing, we do want to let you know we did have very bad weather. News Channel 13 did call an alert day for last night. We had a lot of rain, we had a lot of wind, as we do now, and it was also very cold last night. We'll have the latest details coming up live at 9 and 11 o'clock on My 4 and News Channel 13 live at 11. But for now, reporting here live outside Schenectady Police Department, I'm Tessa Bentulin. Kumi, back to you.
Tessa, thank you.
All right, guys, get into it. The baby died of hypothermia for what I read. The baby died of hypothermia. All right, that's what they claiming that the child died by. But I want y'all to pay attention to something. Y'all noticed that lately when I've been doing these stories, it's always the baby birthday coming up for some reason, and that's another sign too that's kind of awful. When the child birthday's coming up, this is where this shit is happening. You know, again, I don't know what the hell going on, but for the last few stories I've done, these babies' birthdays are coming up, or either the birthday have just passed. So you have to ask the question now, you know, what the hell is going on here now? Just mentioning that when their birthdays is right around the corner, you want to do the unthinkable now. You know, I mean, what the hell is wrong with these folks, man? I really don't know, okay? But maybe what I'm about to bring to y'all next will give some insight or what may be going on. Because what I'm looking at right now, they saying this woman posted some chilling messages on Facebook, all right? And if I haven't spoke to you in the chat room, please forgive me. I try not to pay attention to the chat room because it's a distraction. You know, I appreciate you being here. But Mr. One, I think I did see you up in there. Thank you for coming. And if you haven't, please, the thumbs up for you, boy. I appreciate you, though. But they say she posted some chilling Facebook messages before the arrest of her baby's death, okay? Says she shared some chilling messages on Facebook just hours before she was arrested for her baby's death. Persia Nelson, 24 years old, has been accused of second-degree manslaughter because she allegedly dropped a child down an approximate 10-foot deep pipe access area after hearing that Halo had been kidnapped. The police issued an Amber Alert and started a huge search for her. They later stopped their search when they found the baby and took her to the hospital. Lieutenant Ryan Macaron, I guess if I said that right, Macaron from the how they say skin or something. How you say this shit? Police department confirmed the sad news that Halo had died. Now, some strange Facebook posts that Nelson made just hours before she arrested have been found online in these posts. She said she was drunk as fuck and crazy. She was drunk as fuck is crazy. That's what I'm looking at. She was drunk as fuck is crazy. She put this on Facebook. All right. In the early morning of Sunday, Nelson wrote on Facebook, also, I'm drunk as fuck. Don't play with me right now. Laugh my motherfucking ass off. I bullshit you not. This is what I'm reading right now. This is what this fool got on Facebook and said. She drunk as fuck. Don't play with me right now. Laugh my motherfucking ass off. In response to another post, she said, nah, I'm literally crazy. Don't play with it. She also made a mean joke that she was supposed to name Halo Crotch Goblin. She was supposed to name the baby Crotch Goblin. Halo first disappeared around March 9th. She was later found alive in a shed inside a big General Electric plant. Is what I'm reading right here. Now look, I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of us look at Facebook posts and see stuff like that, and we sit up there and put smiley emojis and things like that, you know, because we honestly think people be playing. Okay, cool. That's okay. That's kind of understandable. But in the era that we in now, and if you had dealt with folks like this before, and you dealt with them in person, and they start posting stuff like this, I wouldn't laugh at it. Because nowadays, when the motherfuckers say they crazy, 9 times 10, they tell you the truth. That they crazy as hell. All right? So now, which leads me to ask the question now. She had other children. Don't know how many. When she get in this mode, what exactly do you do? And I'm almost certain when more stuff come out, if it ain't came out yet, she probably another one, probably abused her children. Okay, I won't see why she wouldn't. Because if you get so drunk, like you said, just throw this child down a pipe like that, then I can imagine other shit you been doing. Okay? But now here's the question, though. You drunk like that, you know, goddamn. How'd you get down there, all right, to wherever the General Electric plant is? How far did you stay from it? I mean, damn, did you walk? Did you drive? Did somebody drive you down there? What the hell? You know, you saying you drunk as fuck like that. You know? Send chills down your spine when you read shit like this. It does. And don't know how many followers she may have had on Facebook, but for the cousin who was just on there talking, I'm wondering, do they follow each other? And did she see these messages? What did she say about it when she saw these messages? What did she say? What did she do? This got to be some scary shit. This got to be some scary shit. Then it goes on to say that police first said on Facebook that the baby was found safe and in good health, but then they took down the post. It was later announced Halo had been pronounced dead after being rushed to a hospital. The lieutenant was tearful as he announced Halo's passing. He said, I'm standing here before you to announce the death of an 11-month-old child. There's nothing good about that. He continued, it's probably the worst thing that would ever happen in his career, most likely. Apparently, probably video evidence discovered during a police investigation reportedly led to the allegations against Nelson. The police started looking for a Halo on Saturday and said the police department had activated the New York State Amber Alert and is investigating a child abduction that occurred near Campbell Avenue and 12th Street in Schenectady. I think I'm saying that right. At about 9:15 on March the 9th, which was 3 days ago. When Halo went missing, she was wearing white sweatpants with brown and tan flowers, a long sleeve light pink shirt with a butterfly on it, and she had a Minnie Mouse blanket. Nelson was arrested on Sunday morning. She pleaded guilty in a courtroom this morning on March the 11th. During a short court hearing, a prosecutor from the Schenectady County District Attorney's Office said Nelson threw the baby down a pipe and left the child there to essentially die. They also mentioned that Nelson might face more charges once the autopsy is done. She has to pay a $500,000. Hold on. All right, my bad. She had to pay the $500,000. She got to pay it in cash or $1 million bond to get out of jail. She has to go back on March the 14th, which would be a couple of days. She got to go back March the 14th. All right. 24 years old. 24 years old. Got children, got a child, still want to party hardy, not taking life seriously. Totally ignoring the fact that you have a child or children. You know, you still all about yourself. You being selfish. You thinking about you and not the dangers that you may be putting your children into. Okay, and reading posts like that. I mean, my God, you know, I'm drunk as fuck. Don't play with me. I'm crazy. You know, yeah, for real, I'm literally crazy. And, you know, now we here where we at right now. Now we're here where we at right now, okay? Once again, guys, you know, I just don't know. What is there more to say that I haven't said already? All right, well, what is there more to say that I haven't said already? Okay. Somebody asked me yesterday, do you have any kids? No. Do you want any kids? At this point, no. No, I'm 44 years old. I don't want to be 44 years old out here procreating a child. I'm good. You know, and with shit like this going on, I had to say it again. Thank God I don't have children. You know, thank God that I don't. You know, because I don't want to put nobody or no young one in this society and fucked up as it is right now. You know, got to worry about if the babysitter treating her right. Got to worry about shit if my own baby mama treating her right. Got to worry about once I put in daycare, is the daycare center treating her right, him or her right. When I put them in their first days of school, got to worry about if the school teachers and the school system is treating them right. You know, just too much shit that you got to look over your shoulder for your baby. And at this point, I probably just wouldn't have it in me to be worried about all that unless I'm going to stay at home and school the child myself. All right? So at this point, now thank God I don't have any children at all. I don't. Because this is fucking insane. This is fucking sad. And it should not be happening at the rate that it's happening. But I'm telling y'all, ever since 2020, this shit just been going up. It ain't going down. It just keep going. All right? Elijah Vu, Sebastian, this baby right here, Cody Bixby, Malia Bass, Malia Davis, Summer, if she's still alive, which I doubt it, Summer Wells, who else we got? Cupcake, Baby Cupcake, Troy Coyer. Shit, the name goes on and on and on and on. Okay? What about the boy down there in Milwaukee? The one who daddy kept going down there crazy after the damn food. What's that boy name? Shit, his name on tip of my tongue. Major. Him. You know, 10-year-old gets the gun, shoots his mom because the mom won't get him a virtual reality set. He shoots his mom. All right? He's so cold with it. He say, fuck his mama. He told his grandmama, hey, has my virtual reality set got there yet? Hey, fuck his mama. He worried about that virtual reality set. Well, let's go further than that. 10-year-old shoots another 10-year-old over a damn bike race. Got a hold of his dad's gun and went and shot that child over a bike race. Okay? Let's go further than that. The lady who I did a story on, who lost her son, preparing the funeral for her son. I think that's the same story, is it? No, that's a different story. Okay. Preparing funeral arrangements for her son. 2 weeks later, her daughter got shot and killed. And the dude who was being careless was 19 years old. And the question remained to me on that is, that 19-year-old had a long history. But this lady was allowing this young man, to come to her apartment with his long history, all this shit he been doing, all right, warrants and all type of shit. And she kept allowing him to come to the house around her family. And this what happens. The list goes on and on. Somebody say Dakota Collins. Oh, Monkey Vaughn, thank you. Keep it up. Monkey Vaughn. Monkey Vaughn. What's the other one name? What's the other one name? Simon. Him. Okay. I mean, you could just name a lot. And just think about the years that you listen to me or other content creators who cover these stories. And you got to think like, damn, this shit keeps going up. Up. All right? Shit sad, man. It's shit sad. It is so sad. So, man, look. One thing we need to do is stop letting the devil come in our house. Meaning, like I said about the 19-year-old. There's nothing wrong. Look, if the 19-year-old comes to got problems going on, there's nothing wrong with you saying, hey, you know what? My son is grown. He's a young adult. I can't tell him or her what to do. They can hang out who they want to hang out with. But look, I can't allow you in my house because you got too much shit going on. Because if I start letting you coming down here, the shit you doing out there in the streets is going to come in my home. And I'm not finna allow that. You ain't wrong for saying that. Matter of fact, you ain't wrong for saying that damn motherfucker come in your home, okay? If you got a bad feeling about them coming in your home and you think it's going to leak into your home, you got every right to say, hey, you're not welcome here. If you want to see my son and my daughter, I tell you outside, y'all go wherever y'all want to go. But young man, young woman, you're not coming in here. You got too much shit going on. You got too much shit going on because I don't play about mine. Nobody should be ashamed of saying that. All right? Matter of fact, I commend you if you say it. All right? And now bringing up that 19-year-old, I'm still bad for that lady who letting that man come around the house like that. Let me bring on one more thing, then we're going to get into the conference. What about that lady who I did that story on where she lost 5 of her children in an apartment fire? Sabrina Dunnigan. You lost all 5 of your children in an apartment fire. Locked them babies in the house. Going to pick up your boyfriend. And if I remember the story right, you want to go party hardy. You didn't come home. And them babies died in that apartment. And then to make matters worse for her, the dude who came on the show said the daddy prior, or somebody had set the previous property on fire. And it burned down. So understand what I say. When you went right there burning another house down, you come over here to other property, all of a sudden it catch on fire. Now you tell me the baggage don't follow you. If you got fucked up shit like that going on, every time you go somewhere, something fucked up happen. No sirree, Bob. Nah, you can't come up here. I'm good. No sirree, Bob. I'm good. Then I heard Sabrina and I had another child. How the fuck does that work? Wow. She had another child. Oh, I forgot about Nevaeh Allen. I forgot about her too. Yes, I'm waiting on that too. Somebody say Amir who?
Somebody want to give us a mic?
Amir who?
Hey, is everybody all
Sequoia
set? Just wanna make sure
Samuels,
everyone's all set
Memphis,
up.
Tennessee. Yep. Sequoia
No
Samuels.
problem at all.
Hey, nine's up.
So good afternoon, everybody. Thank everyone for coming today for this briefing. We'll be providing a briefing on the investigation into the Halo Branton death, and we'll also be speaking about the subsequent arrest that's been made. Before we get to Chief Clifford, who will be providing the briefing, I just want to say thank you to the agencies that have assisted us in this investigation. From the Schenectady County District Attorney's Office, we have
Damn, Rio.
District
God
Attorney
damn.
Bob Carney.
Told you, man. It's
Christina
crazy.
Tremonti.
It's crazy.
From the Federal Bureau of Investigation, we have Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Don Zupano. From New York State Police, Major Dennis Shager and BCI Captain Christopher Gilroy. From the Schenectady County Sheriff's Office, Chief Deputy John Lubrandt, Lieutenant Milton Johnson, Canine Administrator Jeff Calder. From Schenectady Fire Department, Chief Donald Moreno. From New York State DEC Forest Rangers, Major David Pachin. From the Office of Fire Prevention and Control, Branch Chief Bob Jewell and Deputy State Fire Administrator William Davis. We also received assistance from the Albany County Sheriff's Office and General Electric Security. So before we brief on the case,
Right,
I
Ice
just wanted to
Princess.
stress
Chad. Yep.
the amount
Chad.
of help
Yep.
that we received
Yep.
from each one of these agencies throughout the night and through the morning, between the support of different canine units, drone units, New York State Police Aviation.
Oh, what about the other one? The one named King. It's something King. What's his name? Oh my God, his name on tip of my tongue. It's something King. Shit, what is his name? Y'all gonna say it in the chat room. Y'all gonna say it. It's something King. King something.
We just received a tremendous outpouring of assistance with this case, so I just want to spend that time to say thank you to these agencies for what they've done. And now I'll call up Chief Clifford, who will be briefing you on the case.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you all for coming this afternoon. We'll give you a briefing. As the lieutenant had mentioned, this was a very complicated case, hence it requires many resources. So I thank every one of our partners for being here. Halo Branton was reported to us missing yesterday.
King
located in
Hill.
the
Kristen
afternoon,
Ferguson.
subsequently passed
All right, let me
away
be
at
quiet
the
so y'all can hear this.
hospital.
Let me be quiet.
Before I begin, on behalf of the men and women of the Schenectady Police Department and all agencies that participated in the search, I'd like to send our condolences, thoughts, and prayers to Halo's family on the loss of Halo. I know I speak for every first responder on the scene and at the Unified Communications Center when I say that yesterday was a difficult day. I'm going to go through a timeline of events yesterday. This is an ongoing investigation, so it's my goal to brief the public on the circumstances that led us to request their assistance. At 11:04 p.m. on March 9th, the Schenectady County Unified Communications Center received a call from GE Security that there was a female trespasser on scene and didn't know how she got there, and she claimed to have lost her child.
Oh,
Responding
Jesus
officers
Christ.
interviewed the female, now known to be Persia Nelson, and began looking for the child. Unable to locate the child, they
So she was
requested
dead
additional
serious. She said she was
resources to
drunk and
assess
crazy.
where
This is
to
what they
expand their
said. She was
search.
dead serious.
It took some time, but
These
officers
folks
were able
nuts,
to
man.
connect
They
an
nuts.
address on Campbell Avenue to the female, and this ultimately led officers to the dead end of 12th Street, where they were able to identify where the female went with her baby and a location where she entered the GE campus. Once that location was established, a thorough search was conducted using canines to track, drones, and personnel on foot. At this point, officers were looking for a lost one-year-old child. After hours of searching and unable to locate her, State police and state forest rangers were contacted to assist with conducting a grid search on the GE campus. As the morning came, it was also decided that we could not rule out an abduction or the child being exposed to some other dangerous situation. So we decided to put out an Amber Alert. At 12:30 p.m., one of the search teams on the GE campus found Halo inside a utility tunnel structure located on the GE campus. Medics were requested, and she was brought to Ellis Hospital by members of the Schenectady Fire Department and Mohawk Ambulance, where life-saving efforts were performed, but unfortunately she never regained her vitals and was declared deceased at 1:24 p.m. Persia Nelson was charged last evening with 1 count of manslaughter. An additional charge of murder in the second degree, depraved indifference, is being filed right now. I'll now turn it over to our District Attorney, Robert Carney, who will discuss the charges filed.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you for coming. It's nice to see you here. I'm sorry it's under such profoundly sad circumstances. I must say at the outset of my remarks what I'm required to say every time we do something like this, which is these are charges filed against Ms. Nelson at this time. They are only accusations. She is entitled to the presumption of innocence and all of her other rights, including the right ultimately to a fair trial before her peers. First, let me tell you what happened in court this morning. Judge Falatico arraigned Ms. Nelson. She was held on $500,000 cash, $1 million secured bond, or $5 million partially secured. Judge Falatico adjourned the case to Thursday at 1:30 for a preliminary hearing. My assistant district attorney, Mike Nobles, handled the arraignment. He's present here today. And as previously indicated, my deputy chief, assistant district attorney, and chief of the homicide bureau, Christina Tremonti, was involved in this case, and she went to the scene yesterday and spent some time being briefed by the investigators. This morning, an autopsy was conducted by Dr. Eng at Ellis Hospital. Based upon his findings that this child died of exposure and hypothermia, the decision was made to file additional charges. The baby was dropped into this utility tunnel from a height of about 8 feet to the bottom of the tunnel where there was standing water. The baby did not drown. The baby was in the water, which came up to her chest and around her head, but not her face. Her mother was found in a GE security building, which was heated. So based upon the fact that this additional charge is being filed, I doubt whether the preliminary hearing will occur on Thursday. That will give us a little more time, but we will be proceeding to grand jury expeditiously on this case. The additional charge that is filed is a charge of depraved murder in violation of section 125.25, subdivision 1 of the penal law. Is that subdivision 4? Subdivision 4 of the penal law, which is a branch of depraved murder, depraved mind murder that requires us to prove under circumstances evincing a depraved indifference to human life and being 18 years old or older or more, recklessly engaged in conduct which creates a grave risk of serious physical injury or death to another person less than 11 years old, and thereby causes the death of that person. So that's the theory that is now being charged, or will be soon lodged against her, and we will seek to present that as well as the prior charges to a grand jury, as I said, within the near future. So that's my general comments, Chief. I'll turn it back to you for Q&A.
Can you imagine 10-month or 11-month-old dropped in water and up to their neck? Up to their neck. I'm trying to picture that, and I'm getting sad even trying to picture that. A baby that's defenseless is dropped in water. They cannot defend themselves. And I wonder if that baby sitting up there crying, yelling, and this asshole right here listen to their child just cry and yell and ain't do a goddamn thing to save that baby. You know, wow, man. And she's entitled to a fair trial. Now, somebody like that, man, put them in the hole immediately. Put them in the hole immediately, just like she did that baby. Put her in a hole immediately. She don't deserve fair shit. Fair should not be even in the vocabulary when you talk about somebody like this.
Yeah, we'll open up the questions for this time, best we can.
Was the mother incapacitated in any way when she was found by substances or otherwise?
She didn't know where she was. I'll leave it at that.
Can you talk about the lag between when you got that notification from police that Halo was missing and then when the Amber Alert went out? What is that system like, and what does it take to put out that Amber Alert?
Do you want to talk about that?
Sure.
Yep.
First, your name, sir?
Dennis Shager, Troop Commander for Troop G. So there's a lot of criteria that has to be met before an Amber Alert could be issued. And in this case, as was mentioned earlier, when we became aware this possibly could be abduction and just not a lost child, that's when the determination was made to send the Amber Alert out. Now, as far as the Amber Alert going out, I'm going to read something here so I don't mess it up, but it's technology issues with the alert that went out yesterday. So the initial alert, when it was going to be sent, should have gone out at 10:10. That alert went to media and to other law enforcement agencies. The alert going to the public didn't go out until 11:15 a.m. because of some technology issues that an error in the system and the information from the original entry wasn't transcribed to go out to the public notification. So I've been advised that the New York Alert System and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children is examining the error and working on a solution right now. Does that answer your question?
Is there any indication that the lag in the Amber Alert caused any difficulties in resolving this case and recovering the body of the young girl?
No, not at all.
Can you just clarify the additional charges that will be filed one more time?
It's a depraved murder charge. The general charge of depraved murder is acting under circumstances evincing a depraved indifference to human life, recklessly engage in conduct which creates a grave risk of death and death results. But the subdivision having to do with a child says the grave risk doesn't have to be of death, but create a grave risk of either serious physical injury or death, and death results, and it's a child less than 11, and you're an adult more than 18.
Does Ms. Nelson have other children, and if so, who are they in the custody of?
It's my understanding that she has one other child in the custody of the child's biological father.
Someone who claims to be a relative of the biological father has been speaking to multiple media outlets, claiming that there's been a fight for custody over Halo Branton. Can you comment on that?
I cannot.
Does Ms. Nelson have any prior?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how good y'all can hear that, because it's kind of low on my end too. But the lady asked him about, it's been said or rumored, and maybe Carol or Amy, if y'all found this, maybe you could tell me about it. It's been rumored that there's a custody battle going on. That what she said, but of course he said he can't speak on that, So, ladies, did y'all hear anything about a custody battle or read anything about a custody battle going on? Because for everything I've read so far, I didn't see nothing about no custody battle, unless I overread it.
We could comment on.
Did she have legal custody of Halo at the time?
I have no reason to believe that she didn't.
Chief, do you know what time you first contacted state police about activating the Amber Alert system? Do you know when that was?
I really don't remember the exact time. I know it was in the morning that I was in contact with the major, and we had been discussing it.
Have there been issues with this, errors with the system before? Is this something you've seen for the first time?
To my knowledge, the first time.
Did she go to GE Security for help, or did they discover her in that shed?
It's my understanding that they discovered her in their patrols.
And what's the significance?
Let me just step in for a second.
I'm sorry.
She wasn't in a shed. The mother was not in a shed. The mother was in a heated building. This utility enclosure with the 8-foot drop was where this baby was dropped or placed or hidden.
Out in the, but in the elements.
Yes.
But the mother was not in the elements.
No.
What's the significance of the address at Campbell Avenue and 12th Street? Was she, was at her house? Was she at a party there? What was that address?
That's the location that we were able to determine that she originated from before she walked onto the campus.
Does the mother and child have a residence in the community? Do they live somewhere?
They do live in the city.
Sir, between that address and the GE campus, there's a significant cliff sort of drop off. Do you know how the mother and her child got from that address to the GE campus?
Not really. We can assume, but we don't know how she got down there.
How long has she lived in Schenectady, and who was she staying with?
I don't have an answer for that.
Does she have a permanent address in the city? We were told that she might be in a shelter situation, something of that nature.
I don't know the answer to that either.
We were told in court this morning, or the judge was told in court this morning, that she moved to Schenectady to be with a boyfriend. Has that boyfriend been interviewed by police at this time?
That's not something that we can comment with on right now.
Can you describe more about how baby Halo was found by the team that was searching for her?
How the baby was found? I really don't know. I know that they were able to locate her, but I don't know the specifics behind that.
It was patrol officers from the department that found her, right?
It was members of our SWAT team that are patrol officers that located her, but I don't know the specifics about, other than they saw her.
I know it's still early in this investigation, but have we determined a possible motive here?
No.
Chief, you spent a lot of time, and all the crews did, looking for this child in very bad weather. Can you just talk at all about the emotional toll for all of the officers that were involved, looking for her for so long, with obviously the clock is ticking?
Yeah, I mean, I would think it's fair to say that, everybody, both Schenectady police officers and all of our partner agencies, including our Unified Communications Center, everybody's shaken by this. Everybody can relate to a one-year-old child being helpless. And at the time, the adrenaline's rushing. We're motivated to find her, but after the reality sets in, it's definitely taken a toll on everybody. But we're all working through it. We're checking in on each other, and it's certainly a sad day for sure.
Chief, just to go back to your timeline, there's a posting, Facebook posting from Saturday around 8:16 p.m. It's to an account that is believed is linked to Persia, and it says, "I'm drunk ASF, drunk as fuck. Don't play with me right now, LMFAOO." Do we know if, I don't know if you're aware of this posting, but do we know where the child was? Was she with her mother at that time?
As I mentioned earlier, this is an active investigation, so that's something that you really just don't want to comment on at this time.
So at this point, is it unclear why she went from that Campbell Avenue address onto the GE plant campus?
Again, this is an ongoing investigation, not something we can comment on at this time.
So respectfully, we do have to kind of wrap up questions, if that's okay. I'm just going to get one or two more, and then we'll.
In regards to Ms. Nelson, are there any previous police reports of child abuse or neglect against her?
That's, again, part of our ongoing investigation we're looking into right now.
Do you expect to bring charges against anyone else in this case, outside of Ms. Nelson?
I really can't answer that right now. It depends on where the investigation goes.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Of course, this idiot pleaded not guilty. I Miss D. See you later, baby. She pleaded not guilty. She's going to be back in court Friday afternoon for the preliminary hearing. I would love to know why she's pleading not guilty. I would like to know, I would like to hear why she's pleading not guilty. Probably gonna use that drunk shit. Probably gonna try to say she was she wasn't in her right state of mind. She probably gonna try to play the crazy role, which now that look here, yeah, I want y'all to think about this now. One of y'all said she probably gonna try to play the crazy role. I think that's a good damn theory because what she said in her post, I'm really crazy. She gonna try to use that for leverage to say I put it out there already, so yeah, I am crazy. I'm fucked up in the head. Probably gonna try to say I'm not fit for trial, because she already put it out there in her Facebook post. Now, how much that's gonna play a part, I don't know. I hope it don't. I hope it don't. But I think she was already creating something because she was already going to do it. All right. So I think that's something good. Whoever said that in the chat room that maybe she's going to try to play crazy. Okay, let's see what's been sent to me right here. Hold on. Really?
Our team coverage continues tonight. Tom Eschen joining us now live outside Schenectady Police Headquarters. And Tom, what have you learned?
Well, police did say that Persia Nelson did have legal custody of Halo and that they lived within the city of Schenectady, though police said they did not know whether or not there was a permanent address attached to that. This tonight, as we take a deeper look into this tragedy and what could be done to prevent anything like it happening again in the future.
She was beautiful. She was charming. She was very intelligent.
Kyrie says she's a cousin of Halo Branton's father, telling reporters the father had been fighting for custody of the 10-month-old child.
We need to make the court system more stronger.
Yep, there it is.
Because he was fighting for that baby. Now
there it is.
Because she was the mom you just gave her.
This tragedy shining a light on the family court system and the challenges it and the individuals involved are facing.
And I never understood, why is it that the most vulnerable people in society should have a disproportionate lack of resources? These are people who need the court system the most, and yet because of the way the court system is structured, they're getting the fewest judges, the fewest the worst technology.
William Silverman is a co-author of a recent report detailing family court's shortfalls and its impact on families and children.
This is not an academic issue, right? Court reform is not academic. We're talking about the safety and security of families and children.
State Assembly member Mary Beth Walsh, also a practicing family court attorney, says by nature, family court is a congested court. But there are ways to make it more efficient. For example, recently, Saratoga County added a third family court judge.
The legislature tries to be responsive to that, but when we added the third family court judge, I think that does help because then the family court can take a little bit more time to really make sure that
Saratoga County
families and children.
State Assembly member Mary Beth Walsh, also a practicing family court
issue, right?
William Silverman is a co-author of a recent report detailing family court's shortfalls and its impact on families and children.
This is not an academic issue, right? Court reform is not academic. We're talking about the safety and security of families and children.
State Assembly member Mary Beth Walsh, also a practicing family court attorney, says by nature, family court is a congested court. But there are ways to make it more efficient. For example, recently, Saratoga County added a third family court judge.
the legislature tries to be responsive to that. But when we added the third family court judge, I think that does help because then the family court can take a little bit more time to really make sure that they understand what's going on.
As for this case specifically, at Monday's press conference, authorities were asked if they could comment on a fight over custody. Chief Clifford said,
I cannot. It's my understanding that she has one other child in the custody of the child's biological father.
We also reached out to Child Protective Services tonight to ask if they've been involved at all in the welfare of Halo. They gave us this statement. It reads that they are deeply saddened by the tragic death of Halo Branton. While the safety and well-being of all New York children is our utmost priority, we cannot comment further during ongoing investigations. CBS 6 also asked at that press conference if there were any previous police reports or child abuse or anything that would signify neglect. They told us by saying they're looking into it now as a part of their ongoing investigation. Reporting live here from Schenectady tonight, Tom Eschen, CBS 6 News.
It never fails. It never fails. There it is. You have it. He tried to get custody. He's trying to fight to get custody. I gotta find that cousin. Whoever she is. I think she got a lot she want to say. And this would be the perfect platform for her to say it. Whatever she want to say, I got to find out who that cousin is. Wow. How about that? Now CPS finna get involved. They finna look in it and see has it been some times where they had to come in and step in and do some things. Wow, this is going to be pretty much interesting. This is going to be interesting to see what really going on with this. And what her real problem is, and was she doing the messages, throwing subliminals at the father? Now you got to ask that question too. Was she making them post on Facebook? Was she throwing subliminals at the father, telling him don't fuck with me because I'm crazy for real, and all this shit? So you got to think about that too now, Wow, I got to find that cousin though. Guys, I got to get out of here. Thank y'all so much. This is sad, man. We look at these baby faces. We just see these baby faces that go across my screen, Only thing you can just say is, why? Why? Just why? And you would never get a straight answer. All right, guys. I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all be safe out there and protect your children, okay? All right.